All right, this is to help you for This is Halloween, second violin. That being said, please make sure that you actually go and purchase this music if you're not one of my students. I bought this music from J.W. Pepper. If you're into orchestra music, you might already know that website, but if not, I put a link to it in the info of this video. But again, Danny Elfman wrote this music. It was arranged by James Kazik, not me. I don't own this. I had to buy it, and you should too, okay? So that being said, let's take a look at some of the trickier aspects of This is Halloween. So the beginning, not too bad, right? Ds, F sharps, G naturals, C sharps, just make sure you're getting to that high 3. So from measure 5, you have E, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Make sure you're getting that C sharp. And then I would play that D with 4th finger, not open, because then you're going to have a string crossing, which I would rather do with 4th finger. And when they have the 2 notes of the same pitch in what would be a tie, but with staccatos, make sure you're separating it, right? So it still sounds like staccato. Then the next measure, if you want to go to open D, you can, because you're going to E, C sharp, C sharp, and just make sure you clip that 3rd C, 1 and 2, then 3, 4. Then you go to F sharp. You're going across the string to C sharp. So really try to keep 2 down and go to 3. Then lower that C sharp for a C natural. D sharp's low 1, 1. So you go from a C natural. Okay, I would practice that slowly maybe. Just so you can practice it. Then you go on, measure 12. They want you to start up bow. That way it's easier to play these 16ths here. So you're going from a G to an open D. Make sure you slur those. That way you can be there for a down bow on 3E and a 4E. The other thing is these rhythms can be tricky, especially if you know the song This is Halloween. Some of the way that it's written, some of the rhythms might not be what you expect. So make sure you're always counting. Like take, for instance, measure 13. You have 1 and 2 and a 3E and a 4E and. 1 and 2 and a 3E and a 4E and. So you not only have to practice the notes, which is a B flat to a G flat. Think the same thing as F sharp, right? And then you're going to go to a half step with that 2nd finger to F natural to a low 1. So G flat, F, E flat. So you have 1 and 2 and a C, E flat. So kind of tricky, okay? So I would practice that a lot. Then after that E flat, you go to a C sharp. Then an E natural to a C sharp to an E flat. So 1, 2, 2, 1, low 1. Then I would go to a low 4. And that's tricky because you're going from a low 4 to a low 1 to 3rd finger. A natural this time to an F natural. Okay, so also when you're changing the bow, try to put a little bit more emphasis so that your notes sound maybe a little bit stickier for these staccatos, so you hear more articulation. A flat again. So if you really pay attention to 16 and 17, it's the same thing, 18 and 19. Then at 20, you have F sharp, B flat, B natural. So make sure you're ready for that change. And the accents, if you do them on the beginning of these 16 notes, actually really help, okay? Help you change the note with some definition. And then you go into 16th notes, which I would definitely practice. The first violins have the same thing there. So how you can practice that, you can do it in rhythms. Or however you want to do it. Just make sure that you're really focusing on this part because that seems like it messes some students up. Maybe you just play that much. Then maybe you add a note every time. And then always try to make sure you can get to measure the measure after it. Sorry, the first note. So maybe you just play this much. So you stop on that D to make sure you can get there in time because you want to hit that downbeat. Okay? All right. Just so I'm not giving you all the music in one video, again, because the whole wanting you to purchase it, I'm going to stop this video here and make another video for the second half. All right. So good luck with this. And if you have any questions, just ask.